Hey everybody! Oh, wait. Can they even hear me? I wanna move this a little. Can they? Yes, they can. Good, sorry, I couldn't see one of the audio tracks. Okay. Hey everybody! welcome back.
I wonder if we should use the intro before that second.
Yeah,
Hey everybody.
I kinda wanna use that. All have used that. Hi everybody. At first I didn't know if you guys could hear me. It's been a few days. I'm on a new monitor, which is pretty cool. This is a color correct monitor now. Oh, UFO. This is a color correct monitor now, so the game looks extra crisp, and the weird dark patches are extra dark. Oh, I did that? Okay. So we suspect this is gonna be the first Otherworld segment. I mean, I assume Otherworld segments are still gonna be in the game. I'd be very surprised if they weren't. I love how the dirt sounds while we skateboard on it.
Yeah. Now, will this be Yorick's first Otherworld segment canonically?
That's a good question. I guess we don't know yet. Also, the side of that barn is freaking the fuck out. Oh my god.
Yikes. It's like it's raining over there.
Now, see, that's the thing. Do you think that's happening because it's the game being jagged as fuck, or do you think the upscaler has fucked up?
Yes.
Because I've never seen the upscaler fuck up, but I've never seen the upscaler try to work on a game quite like Deadly Premonition 2. So that guy was staying up front. Oh. I was gonna say, do you think it's an NPC, or no, it looks like a real character?
Look, Zach. We're about to encounter a new character.
He's got the mullet.
He does.
I saw her go inside, but it's empty. The hell's going on here?
You won't be able to find the Otherworld.
What the? Who in the hell are you? What are you doing on our plantation?
I'd like to ask you the same.
He looks like he's from Ride to Hell
shut up.
Retribution.
This ain't got nothing to do
This
with
isn't the same guy who sat down inside David
I
Jawara.
have no
Is
choice
it?
but to guess.
He's
You
got the
just said
mullet.
This is our plantation.
I
assume that means you're a member of the Clarkson family.
I think
and
it's a
you're here looking
coincidence.
for someone. If there's a search being conducted on Clarkson property, it must be a search for Galena Clarkson, who's gone missing. Judging from the way you speak, your age, and most of all the color of your eyes, you must be Danny Clarkson, the father of the victim, Galena's husband, and the manager of the cold storage warehouse.
I thought he was older.
Nice to meet you. I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
Or younger, sorry. I thought he was
investigating the
like
Elise Clarkson case.
maybe a brother in the family.
Just call me York. That's what everyone's always called me.
You think I give a shit? You better watch your mouth or I'm liable to whoop your goddamn ass.
Jesus. Wait, so this is the guy who owns the business empire?
Your daughter was taken from you, and now your
think
wife
so.
has gone missing.
Unless it was the
No
grandfather.
words can describe what you're going through. I imagine you're doing everything you can, searching every last nook and cranny all over town. But, Danny, listen to me. It won't get you anywhere.
Danny,
No matter
don't
how
you
hard
know?
search, you'll never find them.
The fuck is with you? You want to throw down with a Clarkson?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, bring a
Simply
Clarkson
wish to
over here
solve
and I'll
this
throw down
case.
with him.
Then hurry up and investigate, goddammit.
I am. That's why I'm here. The Oracle told me there's something in this spot.
Oracle?
That's right. Zach and I are following oracles given to us by a skeletal gentleman. If you wish to find the person who killed your daughter, you should cooperate. I imagine that not even the Clarksons want to start a feud with a federal power.
I've had enough of your bullshit. Why's everyone and their mother been pissing in my ear today, huh? Shit.
Is that even a
Does this mean
saying?
you're ready to cooperate?
Pissing in your ear? I think so.
Can I enter the building?
I've never heard of that. Maybe that's just not up here.
Do whatever you want. If you think you can mess with the Clarksons, you got another thing coming.
He just loves spitting.
Zach, I think this man has a small penis. He sure acts like it.
Zach, it appears that the Clarksons have no idea where Galena is either. And judging from Danny's demeanor, the family must be in the midst of their own complications. This case may require more work than we think.
That's how you blow air.
Zach, Danny married into this family, didn't he? Yet he's acting like he's a full-blooded Clarkson. I'm surprised, really. That was the most unexpected aspect of our encounter. After all, he's almost
So wait, he
a
took
son-in-law.
Galena's name?
What do you think, Zach?
He's the son-in-law. Okay. For a second, I thought they were implying he is, like, the father as in the head of the family. And it's like, that doesn't... this is not the character archetype I thought he would be, you know?
No, yeah. So he was married in and he took the Clarkson name?
I guess so, probably because it's a very famous name.
Okay, then that makes more sense.
Okay, what is the posture on this guy? His arms are so far out.
Feels like he's supposed to be more wide around the hips, you know?
Yeah.
Also, is that dumpster floating? Stand back next to him and look at the dumpster.
Oh, it definitely is. Quite a bit. Oh, it grows.
Oh no, it's
when you
got
get
wheels.
close.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, this must be like a level of detail load in the thing when you get close. And by close, I mean it needs to be within arm's reach to look normal. Oh, Deadly Premonition. Okay. Are we taking bets on if this is immediately Otherworld, or do you think maybe it's going to start with an investigation?
I'm gonna bet having to record more randomizer with you soon. Okay, well, I lost that bet, so we can't record more randomizer soon.
Oh, I was gonna say, there's probably some deeper level to this joke that I simply can't decipher. Because, Jesus. That's usually how it is. You say what the fuck? I saved. That was weird.
Okay.
Toolbox. Oh my god, look at that thing. Yeah, this is Otherworld. Okay. Sorry, I was gonna say, this is probably one of those jokes where you say a thing, and if I wait 10 seconds, I'll get it. Before we go...
But then it wasn't, and then I felt sad.
Before we go into the hellscape, what's in here? The toilet. Well, I'm happy I could open that door. But not this one. So there's something there that we can't reach. Just doing a sweep.
Just take a broom and dustpan, doing a sweep.
Yeah, I'm just cleaning the place. Huh. Okay, well, I saw items through the wall, but they're in a different area that I guess I can't reach until I do this. Okay, I guess it's time to find out if the necklaces and stuff we made are any good.
This is it, Zach.
What the fuck is this, Zach?
Deadly Premonition.
Hey, no credit.
I don't know how I feel about that.
You know, for some reason, I'm getting butterflies. How about you? It's time we went and saw this other world for ourselves.
So he's acknowledging that it's some kind of other world. I'm trying to remember, how did he acknowledge it in the first game? I
don't think he ever did.
Yeah, in the first game, all he had was a token line after the first Otherworld segment where he said, oh, and by the way, don't bring any of this up to Emily or George. They'll think we're crazy. I think that's what he said to Zach before we got into town. I think that's the only line. And in fact, in that, he said we've seen things like this before, but this is the first time we've been attacked so directly. That's what he said after you fight the first Walking Shadow, I think the zombie things were called.
I'll take your word for it, because I actually genuinely don't remember myself.
That's how I remember it, but comment section might remember it better than I do. I don't know. Just as a reminder to anyone who hasn't watched the playthrough of the first game yet, although I've seen many of you said that you went back and watched it, that Deadly Premonition 1 takes place in the future from this. So...
Also, technically in the past, if we're also counting Zach's saga at the beginning.
I forgot about that even. Yeah, because all of this stuff in Louisiana is taking place before the events of Deadly Premonition 1, whereas the Zach stuff takes place well after it.
It's kind of like this game is its own pre-sequel.
Yeah, it's a sequel and a prequel depending on when you are, whether you're currently York or Aaliyah. Was that her name? Aaliyah Davis?
Aaliyah, yeah.
Okay.
But now, contrary to the other game titled The Pre-Sequel, I find this game much more enjoyable, and I haven't even played it yet.
Yeah, I actually kind of like the controls for this, I'm not gonna lie.
Zach, the countryside is always so entertaining. It has far more stimuli to offer than the big city.
And like, look, Deadly Premonition 1 controlled like ass. I'm not mincing words here. It controlled like ass. And this doesn't control amazing. The frame rate doesn't help, but I don't mind it. This is actually okay. Okay, it's time to see how the combat is, like the real combat, you know?
Loading.
Oh, okay, thank God, thank God.
I'm not sure how much help you'll be in this situation, but I guess you're better than nothing.
Oh, I don't know if that was a coincidence.
Whoa!
Oh!
What the? Zach, I don't even need to say it, do I? This is right out of that movie. Videodrome, 1982, directed by David Cronenberg. At the time, it was seen as a hard movie to digest for normal moviegoers, but now it's become
tree-like
a cult classic.
with red
I
leaves.
always
That's
just saw it
interesting.
as another weird Canadian movie, but this changes everything. My arm
Oh.
and my gun have become one. Now I can really understand what Max was going through.
That's really interesting. So did you see the center of the arm? Not only was it branch-like, but the very center branch looked like bone.
Mm-hmm.
That is so interesting. Oh my God. Okay. Hold down the fire button to charge the psycho gun. So I don't know if it was a coincidence, but right when that cutscene happened and I thought it froze, I had pulled the trigger to pull out my gun. I don't know if that was coincidental. Okay, and then release to fire a homing bullet. The faster your firing speed, the faster your gun will lock on. Okay, so I lowered firing speed, which means that I'll have a harder time getting homing bullets. Okay.
Yeah.
Locking onto multiple points at once is also possible. Taking damage will cancel your lock on, so I could crowd control. Okay, maybe that's the main disadvantage of fire rate then, is harder to crowd control.
I'm imagining the homing system is a little bit like, I don't know why this specific example came up, but Sonic Adventure, when you're in the plane with Tails going to shoot down the egg carrier.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, you just keep holding down the...
That was a big bit of lag. My reload of my hand. First aid
Just
kit
put more
small.
ammo in your finger.
Yeah. Okay, I can only sprint once he puts his weapon away. That's good to know. Oh! Look at that thing!
Yeah. Oh. Went down easier than an alligator.
I was kind of waiting for the lock on at first. I was thinking like, okay, how tough is this gonna be? First enemy. Okay. Huh. I wonder if I should be very diligent with items here. Like, is there gonna be a lot of stuff that's hard to get? Something's over there.
Yeah. Wonder if you're gonna have to get rid of the... Or you have to crawl under the vines first to get to
Yeah.
them. Or maybe, can you crouch
Oh, yeah.
and shoot?
Okay. Okay, this thing doesn't have much health. Good to know.
Alright, if this is progress, then what if you backtrack to that door
Yeah.
from earlier?
Yeah, I kind of want to get the most out of this area. We're clearly very powerful for this area. They probably didn't think we would have,
Power +4.
yeah. Oh!
There he is.
Oh! Do you see the scissor thing he's doing? It's like Clock Tower. I like that. Now, mind you, I think when people think of Clock Tower, they probably think of the PlayStation games. I think they sold better. And that's unfortunate, because I think the early Clock Tower PlayStation games weren't very good. There's one behind me. But, the original SNES Clock Tower game is such a terrifying horror game.
And I will never play it.
Oh, yeah, that's a scary one. Maybe look up a Let's Play of it. It's kind of cool. But I'm actually friends with the guy who I believe is still the world record holder for, like, every category of that game. It's a very difficult run, because there's a lot of luck and there's a lot of very precise button presses. But it's also a very quick run if you get a successful run. But some rooms every playthrough are in different positions, so you gotta hope for the right positions to make it optimal, you know? Some are just faster than others. Okay, that feels like progress to me. Where? Ooh, I don't think I can switch shoulder when aiming. That's good to know. I don't know if their items despawn. I just want to grab them before I run out. Also, rubber bullet box.
For sure.
Good just to know that I have more ammo. I think I'm really good on ammo, if I remember right.
Hi, friend. Bye, friend.
Oh, that was easy. There are items, but they seem to be off in that direction, you know?
Mm-hmm. Music isn't too bad.
Yeah, it kind of fits, you know? I wonder if maybe the next bonus we should be trying to get is more firing speed to help offset the disadvantage.
At the same time, we are one-shotting these guys.
We are. Like, right now, I'm not really worried about homing. The controls feel fine. I'm not really a console shooter guy, but nothing's moving fast or anything, so... Alright, so you
From
can
the grave I run. That was an opportunity for homing bullets.
Oh, yeah. Seems like you can punk these guys out while they're spawning pretty easily.
Yeah. Capitano fragment.
So is that just what that enemy type is called?
A Capitano?
I guess.
El Capitan.
Thought I missed that shot.
Oh. Nice shot.
I wonder if headshots get me more money. I did see that they do 50% more damage, though. Wonder if we're gonna get, like, boss battles. Deadly Premonition 1 didn't have many boss battles. Do you think this was the room that, my focus kept telling me there was items in? No, it's always near that red exclamation point.
Is there another room off to this side? Or if after you go through here, do you enter into another room where those exclamation points are?
I think that's what it is.
Unless they're talking about, unless it's pointing out crouching spots.
Possibly. Okay, that was an easy first Otherworld section. Kind of assumed the first one would be pretty easy, though. Which, in fairness, one of the biggest complaints about Deadly Premonition 1 is that they front-load the game with all the bad shit, like the long drives and the bad combat.
Mm-hmm.
That game was... it's like the game dared you to stop playing in the first 20 minutes.
Are we out of the Otherworld segment now?
Zach, I sense something here.
Boss?
Or is this blood?
Investigation? Ooh. That killed the frame rate.
Reese was murdered here.
Oh! In the plantation.
Let's take a closer look and find out exactly what went on.
Okay. Now, this sugar plantation is owned by the Clarksons, right?
Yes.
Okay.
This effect looks like there's blood that has water being reflected off of it, and you're standing in the reflection right now.
Kinda does. Unfortunately, this cool-ass effect ruins the frame rate.
Yep. Ruins the already bad frame rate.
Yeah. Okay, I can't leave the room yet, so let's just do this then. That is presumably Lise. That's her mom, right? We saw her at the mirror shop.
Mm-hmm.
And this I don't think we've met this person.
Could be the mirror. I don't know.
The hair doesn't look right to me.
Red powder. This must be Sang Rouge. But for some
Those
reason,
eyes are freaking me out.
Yeah.
it looks more vibrant than all the specimens we've gathered so far.
Freshly ground?
More. I want more.
Yeah, we learned from the first game.
Okay,
That shit's pretty addictive.
We're gonna play a fun game now. I love games. I wanna play. Yes, I'll give you exactly what you want. Something real special. You'll be able to fly much higher now.
This surely can't be revealing the killer already.
That feels weird to me, too, yeah.
Yeah.
Happy.
Like, maybe she's being manipulated to do it by that guy in the back.
I'm your mama. I know exactly what you want.
Huh.
Zack, the murder weapon was an axe. Lise must have been dismembered while she was still alive. And the woman holding the axe, flashy clothes, beautiful face, and that dragonfly ring. This must be Lisa's mother, Galena Clarkson. Look, Zack. She's crying.
This is a strange thing to reveal so early. I wonder where this is going.
It's the polar opposite of Lisa's euphoric expression.
I guess the mystery isn't so much about who the murderer is, but other things surrounding it then.
Galena is brandishing
Yeah.
an axe while tears stream down her face. What was going on in her head?
Wow, it's amazing. I can feel it.
It's so big.
Yeah, you are. See, I made this just for you. My body's getting hot. So hot. I'm burning up. Let the sensations take over, Lise. Soon you won't feel any pain. You won't feel anything at all.
Is she trying to attain immortality?
If we're to believe the red seed / red flowers thing from the first game, then they probably have the same story running through them right now about red seeds granting immortality.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we have to talk about Deadly Premonition 1 spoilers by this point, right?
Yeah.
I think we kind of have to. All right, everybody, this is your last chance to go and watch the Deadly Premonition 1 playthrough, or even play it yourself, if you can get it to fucking work. I've seen lots of people say they go back, so this is like your last chance. Okay, so with the knowledge we know from the first game, we know that the ritual, at least from what Kaysen was telling people, the ritual is you feed them the red seeds, it's an aphrodisiac, they basically go crazy, and you, kill them. I think the biting out of the tongue and that stuff.
That was just a George thing.
Yeah, I know there was aspects of it that Kaysen said, like, I just fed George all these lines about this kind of ritual and he just believed me. And that, like, he thought he would get immortality through this stuff, and a lot of it was just a lie. Like, this is some kind of horrible drug and everything, but that he wasn't actually going to attain immortality. He was just twisting George into killing people, basically.
Yeah.
So, you know, this isn't gonna work, so far as we know. He's probably just going around tricking people into killing their family and stuff. But we do know that the Sang Rouge, or whatever they're calling this now, the red seeds, fuck with you something fierce. So, alright, let's see where this is going.
Zack, Lisa's limbs were severed while she was still alive. But she's smiling She must not have been able to feel any pain. Sang Rouge isn't that powerful of a drug. At least it shouldn't be.
Yeah, whenever we got the premonitions of the murders in the previous game, they were definitely in pain while they were dying.
And look, Zach. Another dragonfly. The tattoo is just to the side of her navel. She always carried the mark of a Clarkson with her, wherever she went.
Okay, let's get started.
Oh. Oh, that skipped dialogue. That's a shame. I was just seeing if I could pull out the gun here, because I was curious if it would be Mr. Alligator or the psycho gun. Is that what they called it?
Yes, I think so.
I kind of want to call it the handgun, because it's a literal handgun.
Yeah, I'm fine with calling it that.
Yeah.
Zach, there's a tall woman here. Very stylish. She'd stick out like a sore thumb in this town. Is she watching the murder? No. She's clearly more than an innocent spectator.
See, this is interesting. These premonitions are playing out so different than the previous game. You remember in the previous one, you'd get flashes of what happened, and you have to piece it together, you know?
Mm-hmm.
This is so much more, just showing you.
Detailed.
And I wonder how accurate this is, too. Like, we don't know if this is accurate yet.
Mm-hmm.
She must be deeply entwined with this case somehow.
Okay.
Lise, you're so beautiful.
What is that thing above Lise? Is that some kind of, like, it looks like a ladder.
It's a bunch of dragonflies, it seems.
Yeah, but what's it hanging off of? It looks like a pull-down ladder to the attic.
Yeah, that's what that looks like to me, too.
Yeah, and it's got dragonfly, like, trinkets or something? It's hard to tell with the colors, but they could be, like, bone charms? I'm not sure. They really do look like they're the shape of the dragonfly pendants, though.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Yay! I'm a little dolly. I'm a little dolly.
That's it, Lise. It'll all start from you. Now you'll never die. You'll be eternal.
Oh, Kaysen's at it again, I guess.
Honey, Lise, I'll be with you soon. I'll always be with you.
What is the plan here? Is she gonna kill herself, too? But
Maybe she's just doing it all for Lise.
did Kaysen promise different people that different things would happen? Did Kaysen, like, convince them that, like, if you do this ritual, then you'll be, like, you're gonna go to heaven together forever or something? Like, I don't know. Because maybe he only promised... Fucking Jesus Christ. Maybe he only promised immortality and unlimited power to George because he knew George was power hungry, whereas maybe he's preying on the individual weaknesses of the people. Maybe what Galena wanted is, like, her and her daughter to always be together.
Okay.
That sounds like something Kaysen might do, Just prey on the weakness of weak people, George had his deep resentment and everything of his mother, and he felt he needed to be powerful, and so that's what Kaysen convinced him of, is that if you do this, you'll be forever powerful.
Something that that I'm also considering is that person where York currently is standing is not Kaysen. Like, maybe there's some kind of organization that Kaysen was a part of that was, like, it's behind Sang Rouge and the Red Seeds in general.
Mm-hmm. Personally, I'm just waiting for Willie to show up, because Sweary did confirm on Twitter years and years ago, before Deadly Premonition 2 ever came out, that Willie, like, what he was trying to imply with the ending with Willie showing up at the Kaysen doll, is that Willie is the messenger of, like, some kind of more evil power, and that more than anything, Kaysen was a bit of a pawn of that whole thing. That Willie's job was to look after Kaysen and make sure Kaysen's doing his job,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm waiting to see if Willie shows up. Like, is Kaysen going to have been here? Or is it there's other agents like Kaysen, and Willie is the one who just checks up on them and makes sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing? Well, on the next episode, everybody, we learn a little bit more about this murder. I'm curious about this Dolly thing. Is this just supposed to be creepy dialogue of her reverting to a childlike state? Or is the next clue gonna be some kind of doll that we need to find? I don't know.
We'll find out.
Until next time, have a nice day.
See ya.